Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, students. This is Umaira Said, lecturer, English Times Institute. So here I am with the lecture number 4 of business communication, and the topic which we are going to discuss today is listening and its type. So before discussing the topic, I would like to mention that this topic is going to be divided into 2 lectures. In the first lecture, we will discuss about listening, hearing and the hurdles which one may feel while listening, and in the next we will discuss the more intensive type of the listening, how to overcome the listening difficulties and the problem. So there are so many elements of the listening and we will discuss in the part. So this is the listening lecture number 1. Listening, it is the most arduous task, most difficult thing. It is not my words. Yes, Mark Twain once said that listening is the most difficult thing in life. Like it is difficult that if we listen to another. John Keats said that unheard melodies are more sweeter, but this is not for us. This is for some literal people, that those who hear something which is not been heard, said. So hearing, listening, these are the two different things, and most of the people think that the both are the same. But how they are different, we will discuss. The agenda for the today topics, the topics we are going to discuss today is the listening, the difference between the listening and the hearing, perception, decoding, predicting, short-term memories, long-term memories. Later on we discuss the types of the listening, and all these things will be discussed in detail. So what is listening? If I, as I invented the terms, if I said in a very simple words that listening is to listen the sounds and then just decode the meaning in our ear and in our mind, like in the right hemisphere, is said to be the listening. So listening and hearing are the two different things. It is being said that 53% of our day is usually spent in listening and 16% of our day is usually spent in speaking. So if I divide it, so 53% will be listening and 16% will be of speaking. Now you will say, ma'am, how is it possible that we are speaking 16% and the other person is listening 53%? So my dear students, listening is not only listening to the teachers, listening to the parents' advices. You are listening so many things. You are listening the traffic, you are listening the dragging of the chairs, you are listening some azan call, you are listening some hawkers, you are talking and listening to the other people who are around you. Even if you are stuck in the traffic jam, there are so many things which are, if you are listening to the chirping of the birds as well. So these are all things which are included in the listening. Bacon once said that reading makes an exact man and writing makes a person a full man. As you know that I used to invert the terms, and I believe that the listening makes an up-to-date man. If you listen more, you listen more, you speak more. Practice it at your home, that if you are listening more and more, your knowledge will be stored, and whenever it is required, you will speak more. So listening is not associated particular for the course or for the listening of some teachers, but it is related with the listening of the news, listening of the other person's talk, listening of the discussions and the debates being played on the television. These all things are associated with the listening, and it enhances and improves not only your vocabulary but enhances your background knowledge as well. So if you are aspirant of CSS, FPSC, PPSC, for any professional qualification further after completing this degree, so your listening will be also increase your patience level as well, because listening is not about the advices. Sometimes you will be scolded by your bosses and you are bound to listen those words as well. So this is all we said to be listening. But I think that the listening have the 3 stages as well. How? There is initial stages, then there is the pre-listening, or you may say the pre-mature listening, and then the post-mature listening. What is the initial listening? Noam Chomsky said that when the child is born, there is a lad which is being fitted by the nature over here, like this is the place. What is lad? Language acquisition devices. When the child is born, this device is accompanied thousands of the language. That is why when child is born, he speaks the language of the parents or the society. He never or she never speaks its own language. So what the parents' language is, the child adopt that language and begin to speak. Same as you. Many of us know the different languages. Many of us has the mother language is Punjabi or Saraiki at home, but in the society we speak Urdu, and sometimes for the professionally and officially we speak English. But in the initially we are highly dependent upon our lap language. Lap language, the language of our mother, which is generally a commonly word is mother language. Pre-listening or the premature listening starts with the age of 10 to 16 years. This is an age when you are ripening in your health and in your mental capabilities as well. So you begin to adopt something from the external world. Most of the boys begin to speak and understand the things more above than their knowledge, and the girls understand the things more above their age. It is because they are now moving into the society, they have developed the friends, their teachers are now more having a professional career. So that is why it is the premature listening. And what is the post-mature listening? The listening which you have right now. At your homes, you are talking with your mother, with your siblings, with the mother tongue. Then you are moving into the society with the societal language, and then you are interacting with me in a professional language. So this is the post-mature listening. You are listening to so many languages the whole day. You are listening so many things in the whole day. So this is a pyramid which I have constructed, that there are initial listening, premature listening, and the post-mature listening. Now moving in towards the difference between the listening and the hearing. Listening. Listening means when you listen something with having an attention, giving an attention to something. When you are unilaterally seeing and listening to your teacher, that is listening. The difference is very obvious. Your teacher said in the class, listen to me carefully. They do not say, hear me carefully. Because in hearing, it is for the sake of pleasure. Many of the students I observe and I experience that they are present in the class and they are hearing the lecture. Because physically they are present, but mentally they are absent. Their minds are diverting to someone other. So when you are giving attention to your teacher, to the words of the speaker, that is the listening. But when you are listening for the sake of pleasure, when the words are like passing from your ear, that is said to be hear. Many of the people used to complain that my children doesn't hear to me. The reason is, whenever they talk to you, you start using your mobile phone. Your attention is completely on the mobile phone. So whatever your mothers, your parents are saying to you, you are just passing from ears, and that is the hearing. So hearing, this is the main difference between the hearing and the listening. So the next thing which we have to discuss is the types of the listening. What are the major 4 types of the listening? Write it down on your paper. Number 1 is the appreciative listening. Appreciative. Appreciative is an adjective which is derived from the appreciation. Appreciation means then when you are listening for the sake of pleasure, listening of the music, listening of the comedy, listening of the jokes by putting your earphones in your ears, and when you are like having your theorems or solving your problems of chemistry, biology or physics and mathematics, and just listening to the music. So that is not listening, that is hearing, because you are hearing for the sake of pleasure. So this is the appreciative listening. The next is the empathetic listening. Empathetic is derived from the emphasis. Emphasis, when you have give persuade others, when you have to convince others. What is the convince? When you have to influence with your words. So there are so many influencer, convincer, persuaders and empathetic speakers in our country. Maulana Tariq Jamil, everyone knows him. Qasim Ali Shah is a great motivational speaker, and every person listens to him because he has a great experience and the great knowledge. Muniba Mizari, everyone knows she is an iron lady. So they have an empathetic speakers and you are the empathetic listeners, because whenever you listen to them, you give them the full attention. So you do not hear them, you listen them. The next is the active listeners. Active listeners are those students I must categorize. Those students who listen to the teachers very carefully. They bombard and they ask the question in response, so they are the active listeners. And the last type, that is the critical listeners. Those students, those people who just listen for the sake of critical evaluating, like in the dissertation, for the sake of research, when we listen to the news, when we listen to the commentary. So these all are the critical listening, because we critically evaluate another person on the basis of listening. Many of you have experienced the IELTS test as well. Maybe or maybe not. There is a module of listening. You have to listen and then you critically evaluate, or you write down the words which you listen. So this is the critical listening as well. So now students, there are 5 stages of the listening. What are those? Let's discuss it one by one. Number 1 is the perception and decoding. As we know that listening is just to listen the sounds and then decode the meaning and understand, prepare the message, as we discussed in the communication model. Perception means to indicate, to know that what is happening, or about when you have a perception about that. You know, perception varies from person to person. If you are a traditional listeners, your perception will be different. If you are mature listeners, your perception will be different. So it varies from age to age as well. Decoding means you are listening something and you are uncovering, unboxing that what idea is being transferring from, maybe from teacher to the student, from the boss to the subordinate, from the parents to the children. So it varies, my dear students. The next is the prediction. Prediction is to predict, to identify that what is going to happen. Suppose if I am delivering on a lecture on the communication, maybe after 2 seconds you may predict that now the teacher would say this. So this is the predicting. Like in the cricket match, in the hockey match, while watching and the listening, we may predict. In the primitive ages, when the people were used to listen the radio commentary of the football and the cricket match, they used to predict now there will be out and there was out. So this is called the predictive listening. So next is STM. STM stands for short term memory. I think that most of the students have short term memory, because when the teacher delivers a lecture, you just keep in your mind till the lecture ends and then you said that I do not know what the teacher said. So this is a short term memory. Short term memory means that you are listening, your sounds are reaching to your ears, to your eardrums, and reaching to your unconsciously. So now it depends upon your perception that how unconsciously you are retrieving that memory or not. What is next is LTM. LTM stands for long term memory. Many of the people from the age of I must say children, age of 7 to 18 years have the LTM, the long term memory. They used to carry the information till the longest time, while the people above the 40 have the short term memory. They keep the chunks because the information reaches to them in chunks, so they store them the chunks in their memories, and whenever it required they recall, and this is the long term memory. The next is the responses. Responses are very important, as we discussed students very earlier in the first, second and third lecture, that feedback is very important. If you are giving responses, it means that the communication process will be continuous. What are responses? Suppose your mother is saying something to you and your response will be very slow because you are not giving attention. Sometimes if a teacher suddenly asks you a question that what is the meaning of the communication, and you suddenly said, oh ma'am, I was not attentive, you respond so slow, what is this? These are the responses. And listening always create hurdles and obstacles when you have a slow responses. So my dear student, as I told you, this was the part 1 of the lecture 4. We will come with the part 2 soon. So stay in cut with your CRs and the GRs. Thank you so much.